Hey, good morning, Brian Cook here, and today we are playing a Sunday Legacy Challenge with the Epic Storm. I'm calling this version 8.6. So the main deck is exactly the same as 8.5, and if you haven't found out about 8.5 yet, and this looks brand new to you, I highly recommend checking out the video that I made about 2 weeks ago at this point, and that will explain the differences between 8.3, which is the last version of the old lists, and 8.5, which is the future. So this is 8.6, and one of the weaknesses of 8.5 is that it didn't really beat Delver decks that well. So this is an attempt at fixing that. I've been testing it; it's been going fairly well. Basically, we have 4 copies of Empty the Warrens in the sideboard, and then we board them in over Wishclaw Talisman. There's an anti-synergy between Wishclaw Talisman and Empty the Warrens, so you give your opponent a tutor to answer your Goblin token, so that's not great. So instead, you board in a bunch of cards with Storm on them, which makes it harder for the Delver deck to counter. And it also takes less resources to cast and Empty the Warrens than an Ad Nauseam or an Echo of Aeon. So that is version 8.6. I believe that the challenge is about to start. We might have already been paired. We have Fistful of Metal. You're on the draw. I normally kill the audio before we go live so that way there's no background noise. Alright, just waiting on our opponent to join us. So what I do is I board out 4 copies of Wishclaw Talisman and Ad Nauseam, and then I board in 3 copies of Empty, a Rite of Flame, and a Chain of Vapor against Delver strategies. The hand seems great. I will keep. They chose not to be on the play. That can only mean one thing. Manaless Dredge. And there's Ad Nauseam. But we're not going to be able to actually cast this Ad Nauseam. Alright, so we're going to pass. Confirm that our opponent's actually playing Manaless Dredge. They are. We're going to cast Rite of Flame. And there's no reason to crack this fetch land. I know a lot of players like cracking it pre. You're just taking away a shuffle effect for a Brainstorm or a Ponder. Or, like, you're not going to draw all of your fetch land targets, so leave something in your deck in case you need to fetch for a black or you need to fetch for a red. There's just no need. This was pretty good. Let's start off with a Brainstorm. Very good. Alright, so we don't need these lands. Echo of Aeons against the graveyard deck is not always fair. Take this pedal. That allows us to just cast a wish here. So if they did have a Force of Will, we could just Tendrils still. And that is game 1 versus Manaless Dredge. So it's strange, but Veil of Summer and Defense Grid are both still very good. I don't think I want to board them out. You could board in a Hope of Gearper. But I think this is fine. Once again, seems great. Chancellor of the Annex. Oh, it's double Chancellor. I just punted. I just punted. I did not punt. I am so lucky. I mean, it was still a punt. I'm just getting rewarded for playing like shit. For all you kids watching, don't swear. Don't do it. And now we're going to get a defense grid. This allows us to play around Force of Will and Force of Vigor, which are both very popular in the Manaless Dredge deck. We don't have to worry about Cabal Therapy due to the Echo Vans already being in our hand, and there's the Force of Vigors. So even though our opponent just put 2 Force of Vigor into their graveyard, we're about to shuffle. We're about to show them, hey, we're giving you 7 new cards. You know? Uh, so they could, in theory, draw into a Force of Vigor. That's why playing the defense grid on turn 2 is so important. I don't want to cast the Brainstorm there. There was nothing that we were going to hit that we were going to not cast Echo. It's not great. Come on, Brainstorm. Put back 2 lands. We could put back... Actually, let's put back Ponder, I guess. And the next turn we can fetch Ponder. Yeah, I think I like that more. Allows us to look at more cards, and we're not under pressure at the moment, so... No reason to not take Ponder. Once again, we could have waited a turn, but they will be able to put a bunch of stuff into play. And I'm just going to play out everything. This will play around possible copies of Cabal Therapy. Leyline of the Void. So, if they keep dredging, we will get to see if they have Mindbird Trap or Force of Will. It doesn't look like this build does, if I had to guess. Looks like that's the only copy of Cabal Therapy. I doubt they're going to name Mox Opal, but even if they do, who cares? We're trying to play off the top of our deck at the moment. If I had Ad Nauseam, I would have cast it. Sad. This might be lethal. Nope, they're just short of lethal. No, that's exact. Guess we'll make them attack. Okay. So we didn't draw that well that game. That's fine. These Veil of Summers aren't great. Guess we'll board in Answers to the Ley Line. Leave in one Force of Vigor, I guess. Or Force of Vigor. Veil of Summer. Jeez. And we're going to ask to be on the draw, which gives us an extra card. This is probably okay. Leyline of the Void. Alright, so there's no Chancellor this time. Oh, they double time locked themselves with these ley lines. Jeez, that was bad. Wow. We might lose this. Ponder's a good draw. We might also have Force of Vigor. Did I forget to play a land? I think I forgot to play a land that turn. So we have enough to Ad Nauseam here. Hopefully the land drop doesn't bite us in the butt. I don't know why they would respond with this. Because you're just giving me information. Like, I might have stopped early and then died to this, for example. And they have an Icarid. So they could, in theory, do a 7. Like, I might just stop here now. But I don't know what that does in the long run. But it's better than just dying. We could just empty them, I guess. Going to 2. I'm going to stop here. Well, I guess we can't empty because of the Narc Amoeba. Still, I don't think it was right to keep flipping there. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling good about being at 9. We might be able to tendrils just to buy time. Well, there's a land that doesn't cost a life. Start off with this ponder. Oh, that's a good ponder. Maybe you should have kept flipping. Can we win? So there's another lion's eye diamond on top. Now this goes and gets right aflame. And then this is tendrils. I'm glad that I did not punt my way out of this match, even though I didn't play that well. Yeah, like that missing the land drop I think actually cost us there, because I would have kept flipping if I had been paying attention. I was just playing a little quickly. Cool, so that puts us at 1-0. And if you haven't already, please head over to theepicstorm.com and /shop and show your support for the content you're watching. I would greatly appreciate it.